4 class. Lesson 2-4. This is about multiplying with the decimal point. Multiplying numbers with decimal points. Here we go. Here's our 6th grade lesson. How to multiply numbers with decimals. Now, there's a simple procedure that you can follow. You've already shown me in chapter 1 that you know how to multiply numbers. So, you'll follow that same procedure until you get to step 3. Okay? So let's take this example. 1 and 163 thousandths times 40. In the first step, you just multiply the numbers as normal. Okay? So, if we start with 0, we know that these are all zeros. This 0 is just going to go into the answer, isn't it? Nod your head. You know what I'm talking about, right? So, the 0 is going to go into the answer. And we can move over to the next number then. Okay? 4 times 3 is 12. Bring the 1 up here. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus the 1 is 25. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6. And 4 times 1 is 4. Right? Now, we go to step 3. And this is where you have to deal with the decimal point. So, first, you look at the top number and count the number of places that are behind the decimal point. 1, 2, 3. These 3 numbers are behind the decimal point. So there are 3 places. This number has 0 places. This is a whole number. Whole numbers don't have any decimal points in them. So, we have a total of 3 places that we have to deal with. So, you go on to step 4. Starting from the far right of the answer, you move the decimal point to the right the same number of places as there are in the entire problem. So, we move it around the 0. Remember that we have a 0 there, that's why that's filled in, we've got to remember that 0. We move it around the 0, 1, 2, 3. That's where the decimal place goes. So, our answer is 46 and 52 hundredths. What happened to the 0? Noah? Right, right. We don't need it there to hold the place, and it doesn't have any value if that 0 is just to the right of the decimal point on the end of the number, and so we don't need it. This is 46 and 52 hundredths. Okay? So let's review again. Multiply the numbers as normal. Write the answer. Then go back and count the number of places in the number that are behind the decimal point, or to the right of the decimal point. Then move the decimal point into the answer from the right. Any questions? Let's look at example 1 in your book, page 52. At the bottom, it gives us a number. 1 and 35 hundredths times 6 and 4 tenths. Now, when we were adding and subtracting, what did we have to do with these decimal points? Great.
Line them up.
Line them up. Do we need to line them up when we're multiplying? No, no. That just adds places that we don't need. Okay? We could, if we move put another 0 there, then we got another 0 we got to count. It's just not necessary. Alright? So, we multiply the numbers as normal. Do this with me. 4 times 5 is?
20.
4 times 3 is?
12.
Plus 2 is?
14.
4 times 1 is 4.
5.
Plus 1 is 5. Now we're moving to the second place, so we need a 0 to hold this place. 6 times 5 is?
30.
another 3. 6 times 3.
18
18 plus 3
21.
is 6 times 1 is
8.
plus 2 is 8. Add these together. 0, 4, 6,
8.
Now we go through, count the number of places that are behind the decimal point in this number. There are 2 places and 1 place, 3 places. We've got to move the decimal point in 3 places.
3.
So the answer is 8 and 64 hundredths. Any questions on that? No.
Would you have to put the 0 there at the end?
Yes, because that one is important. It holds this place, and we're adding these 2 numbers. Without the decimal point, we're just adding these places up. Okay? And that's how we get these digits. That's not the answer yet. It's just the digits that we get from multiplying. Okay? Good question. Garrett.
If you added the 0 after the 4 in the very first problem, would it be the same answer?
You would get the same answer, because then how many places would we move it in?
No, 4.
We'd move it 2 from this number, which would be a total of 4, and we would still get to the same spot, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yep, yep. But it's just not necessary.
Okay.
All right. You can stop the tape, Ava. Thank you.